Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be another match between Anytime and Jaedong here on Benzene. I've cast 2 games with these 2 players on the same map, but I haven't cast this one yet. If you want links to the other ones, let me know, put them in the description for you. And if you comment on my channel asking for it, I'll just give them to you directly because I read every single comment. Alright, so top right-hand corner, we have, once again, the green Protoss player. It is Anytime. Very, very solid Protoss player for sure. And in the bottom left, it is the terrifying, horrifically powerful Zerg player, Jaedong. However, if there is one thing we've seen Jaedong struggle with on the channel from time to time, it is late-game PvZ. I can't explain it, but I have seen situations where Jaedong should have transitioned out of what he was doing to respond to the Mass Archon tech switch that the Protoss went for, and instead continued trying to go for things like Lurkers and Zerglings and Ultralisks, and it just didn't work out for him. You need to transition back into just Mass Hydralisk. If your opponent's going Mass Archon, Mass Hydra is super duper good. You can still get the Dark Swarm out there for sure. But I don't know. And I don't know, again, this is officially a practice match. So I don't know if this was Jaedong offering to be, you know, play the role of a Zerg player who doesn't transition, just so Anytime can see what that's like. Although I don't know what use that is in your practice sessions. You know what I mean? Nice hide on the drone, by the way. For the... technically, that's an 11 pool, so a little bit earlier, but that's okay. He was able to sneak the drone down earlier, hide a bit, and then get it down before the probe saw what was going on. Nice sneaky move out of Jaedong. Yeah, I just don't know what value there would be in practicing your opponent didn't respond correctly to your tech switch. I don't know. Maybe somebody who has more information about what practice strategies are actually viable for Brood War can help me out with that, but anywho, hatch goes down, no problem. Pool goes down here too. I think the probe recognizes it's been bamboozled because the pool timing is too late for it to be a pool first, like an overpool. So the probe knows it's not, I mean, doesn't really have to check for the presence of a natural at all. Definitely knows that there is one here without question. Now, my question is, where's your third hatchery going to go? Is it going to be a macro hatch here, or are you going to toss it up for a third, probably up in the top left corner, which this drone makes it look like that's where he's headed. Is all the way up here to the top left, where there is a spawning location. Actually, hold on. This is a 4-player map. God, I think it is. I'm trying to remember other spawning locations from when I've cast on this map, though. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty darn symmetrical. Although, wait. Nope. It's a 2-player map. Because you don't have a natural spawning location here for the bottom right. There's no real natural unless you count this, which, no. That's not a natural, and the same thing up here. Okay, cool. So this is a 2-player map. And I'm pretty sure... similar spawning locations last time I cast this. Oh, no, never mind. Jaedong was up here. Whatevs, it's cool. Brain falling out of my head as usual, but... I appreciate you guys clicking on this video anyway. If you have a minute, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate everyone who has done so. I know for a lot of you guys, I cast a lot of StarCraft 2 you're not interested in. I would recommend you give it a shot. I love all StarCrafts, all varieties, and I don't see really anything bad about any of them. With the exception of maybe the N64 StarCraft port, which, man, that looks so bad. I watched the video of Artosis trying to play it, and it's like, no. I have no interest in ever trying to play that in my entire life. So the good news is, hatch first means you can delay that cannon to like the 4-minute mark. 3 minutes and 50 seconds, that thing is coming in and you're fine, which means you can get more probes out, which means you can get a cybernetics core out faster, and your Nexus out faster, and your Stargate out faster. So your tech can be faster here, which means this lair needs to be pumping as fast as it can for Jaedong, because for sure this is going to be a Corsair opening. It's just how it is. It's just how it rolls here. So over on my Discord server the other day, which, by the way, there's a link to the Discord server in the description. There's like 700 of us out there right now. It's a pretty good community, I would say. Pretty good StarCraft 2 and Brood War fans around. And I was looking at the metrics for my channel for the last, 5 years since I've had a channel. And it seems like the most popular stuff on the channel is Bisu, Jaedong, and Flash. Also Serral for StarCraft 2, Innovation for StarCraft 2. But kind of more so the StarCraft legends themselves, right? The top 3. So here's the thing. StarCraft is continuing to move along, right? Brood War is still played. It is still competed at a high level. There are still amazing tournaments. every week being played, it feels like, for StarCraft Brood War. And it's going to be a thing for a long time. Now, Flash, Bisu, and Jaedong are on their way out. They just are. They're not winning major tournaments anymore. Other names are coming across, and what I need everybody to realize is that there are going to be new up-and-coming names in StarCraft. Players like Rain will continue their dominance and maybe take over as the best Protoss player of all time. This Dragoon, the jukes are real. Ooh, doesn't get surrounded there. That was close. That was close. I like the Overlord scouting up this way just to make sure nobody came up this ramp and is going to throw cannons up. Like right here. That'd be horrible news. We've seen it tried before. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. I'm not sure if we can get views on a game simply because it's great, you know, rather than the names of the players involved. I understand the names of the players involved increases the chances that the game's going to be great, and that's why people click on them. It's a tricky situation. Anyway, Spire going to finish here. We do have a Hydralisk Den, though, which indicates we're not going to go for Mulisks or a lot of Scourge or anything like that. Do we actually have a Corsair? Did he not make a Corsair? Hold on. Hold your horses. Oh, the Lings going for the run by and trying to get the scout. The block is pretty good, but 2 Zerglings do get through, and they're going to scout the number of gateways here. They're going to scout the Templar Archives timing. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. And yeah, there's 1 Corsair running around down here. It's already got 2 kills, which is not bad, but it's going to die to Scourge instantly. There we go. All right, so Corsair gets some work done, but there are no more in production, and we're spending our gas on a High Templar instead. So that is a good scout. That is a wonderful scout. Jaedong always manages to be able to get a Ling scout in here, even when he shouldn't be able to. Like that situation. Come on. There's a Protoss army here. I guess he waits until they move out a little bit, and then he sneaks in behind them, which is what Speedlings are great for, is the sneakiness. Speed is good. Again, that's why speed is good in RTS, in all RTS. The ability to... You go into a situation, this isn't a good situation, and pull out without losing anything because you're fast. 2 thumbs up. The ability to sneak into bases and scout things, that's about speed too. Like, speed is everything. So that's why I always say, get speed upgrades. Anything you're making like more than 1 of, get the speed upgrades. What are you making 1 of anyway? Maybe 1 Zealot, right? There are some builds where you make 1 Zealot, in which case, don't get speed for Zealots. Archon in production. Storm coming in here too. Is there Lurker aspect? Production tab says no. He's going to hold this against the speed lots with Sunken, with Hydralisks. Third base, similarly protected a little bit. Yeah. I've got some Hydras popping out of these eggs now. There is 1 Sunken available. The Zealot speed, though, is something else, isn't it? It certainly is. There's our Lurker aspect. All right, coming up now. So he's just going to have to hold on here a little bit until Lurkers come out. And then the Zealots are not going to be really as good as they otherwise would be. In the open field, Zealots are really good against Lurkers. You can get a surround on them. But in the situation where they're defending, not as good. Just because the Lurkers can set up behind things like hatcheries and evolution chambers and whatnot. Is that... yeah, the number of Hydras here. That Archon's not comfortable with the number of Hydras present. I can tell you that much. The Zealots... I don't think... No turning around. None whatsoever here. Just keep running. We're going to lose some Zealots, but that's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make, says Anytime. High Templar coming on down. That Storm research is complete. And Lurker aspect, just about done here too. It's one of the longer upgrades, just like Storm is. If it's a good upgrade, it's usually pretty long. What's a good upgrade that's kind of short? I guess Metabolic Boost is pretty short and pretty good. And Zealot Legs is pretty short and pretty good too. So the further down the tech tree an upgrade is, the longer it takes, it feels like. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, so this is so many Hydralisks from Jaedong, though. Oh my gosh. It's 98 to 70 for supply right now. Sky has the lead, which he's supposed to have for another couple minutes here. And he does. He's going to need some godlike storms, like right now. You there. Godlike storm, engage. That is not a godlike storm. He didn't need it. The Zealots are doing great against the Hydralisks for the most part. Archons are getting 3 shots off, which is always nice. If the Archons aren't getting focused down by the Hydras, then suddenly the Archons are better. Oh, they forced a cancel on that 4th hatchery too, just marching right up to it like they owned the joint. These High Templar are very much in getting sniped range right now. Oh, but taking down those eggs is so good. He doesn't have detection, does he? No, he's making a robotics facility. Run! Run from the lurkers. They're really, really problematic right now. These High Templar are both dead. I don't think... Oh, they're trying... There you go. They're trying to make themselves into an Archon. That's cool. Jump on top. Jump on top of the Sunken. That is so many dead Zerglings. The drones are all hiding on that extractor. That's what I'm talking about. The lurkers without detection and when they can hide behind something. Pretty good. That said, Jaedong is down to not many drones. Like 41, 35 for a second there. That wasn't good. Zealot trying to jump on the natural base, but the Sim City plus, look at the drone block here. Jaedong's like, hold on a second. Drones, some of you are going to die, but it's better than all of us dying. Actually, this is going pretty poorly. Lurkers do show up to try to save the day, but these +1 Zealots with speed are doing some work. Dude, anytime. Doing some work here. 45 to 30 total workers right now. This 2-base attack was massive. Massively good. And now Jaedong is struggling. He's struggling down 86 to 60 total supply at a time when he's supposed to be skyrocketing in total supply. His 4th base was shut down. The Protoss player is able to get a 3rd base up back home. Good opening from Anytime, man, but this game is far from over. And by that I mean it is far from over. Overlord speed heading on out, recognizing you're not investing in Corsairs, so let's make 1,000,000 Overlords. Obviously, we already have those. Let's get speed for them and send them out. And that's what he's doing. I like it. I like this response from Jaedong. It is extremely smart, which, again, it's Jaedong. What else is it going to be? I see you, Shuttle. I see you on the mini-map here. I thought these might be High Templar, but it's a little bit... is it less scary or is it more scary? Because, like, I guess drones, easier to run away. Oh, that snipe on the Spire is for real, though. This Lurker is trying to set up in a place to harass that 3rd base for any time, which is hilarious. Where'd the Zealots go? They got the Spire. Like, ooh, the spawning pool is a massively good target. Is he going to get it? 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, yeah, he got it easy. 2 Zealots left, got it. And anything else is gravy, so they die. This Lurker, though, does he stop position? I don't know what he's doing, but he dead. I mean, a couple good spines on, like, that huge group of 11 probes would have been delicious. Look at them juking around. Pathing in StarCraft, man, it's silly. It's often very silly. All right, so we're replanting the spawning pool. Replanting the Spire at the natural base. 4th base is now coming up with 2 hatcheries on it, which is great. 3rd base happily running for any time right now. Or, oh. Was I calling him anytime this whole time? Oh, you guys are like, this. How long will it take Falcon to realize he chose to cast the Sky game instead of the Anytime game? How long do you think it will be? And the answer is, well, a long while. So this is Sky, everybody. Welcome. He's an excellent, excellent Protoss player. I believe he was... No. Anyway, Sky's great. And again, there's no Dark Swarm. These Lurkers are not nearly as good. Good game, but the Observer snipes are actually really important here. So if you don't have Dark Swarm yet, get some Scourge out. That's why the snipe on the Spire is so that the Scourge couldn't be produced. God. You know... Someone who was more concerned about their pride would just start the cast over and call him Sky the whole time. You know what? That's not me. That's not Falcon. I don't restart stuff. This is Sky. He's playing exceptionally well. This is more of what I expect from Sky than Anytime anyway. 4th base coming up bottom right. 5th base coming up 12 o'clock. Sky is feeling in control of the situation right now. Liking it. Jaedong got his 4 bases up. He's pretty happy about this. Is Defiler tech on the way? Yeah, there's a Hive coming in. What he needs here is observers and like enough Dragoons to protect them. Going up a ramp is always a very difficult, tenuous position to find yourself in, though. Like, extremely hard. No matter what race you are, no matter what race you're playing against, going up a ramp sucks. Free Hydra, though. Donated free Hydralisks. Lings sneaking on down. Where you going, guys? I mentioned how much I love the yellow in this cast. I always do, don't I? I love the yellow that Jaedong is rolling with here. I wish I got more yellow in games. So this base is defended by a bunch of cannons. These aren't Adrenal Gland Lings yet, so that's fine. Reaver in production, loving that. Good storm. Decent storm. The Lings still take down a couple Dragoons because they're right on top of it. Yeah, and so far, I gotta say, Sky is he's doing great. He's at 63 workers. Pretty happy to be there. He's working on 4 more. He is not done making probes today in the least bit. Adrenal glands on the way. Shuttle speed coming in here too. It's going to be Reaver. So Reaver and Storm versus Hydralisks is how this works. It's a very genius way to do things. Jaedong is trying to take this here 6 o'clock base, which does have a gas and therefore is very appealing to him, who's going to be making a lot of Defilers and Hydras and Lurkers and things over the next few minutes, possibly transitioning into Ultralisks. Although if your opponent is making a lot of Reavers, maybe don't do that. So here we go. Where's your detection, though? There's the Observer. So there's one Observer here. Sniping it. It's really going to be Jaedong's goal right now. He just doesn't have the Zealot count to handle these guys. That said, he does have the Storm to handle them, so that'll work out too. That'll do in a pinch, I guess. Oh, that was a good... Ooh, ran through that Storm a couple times. How are you still alive, Hydralisk there? Hydralisk Steve. Jaedong still hasn't thrown down a hatch down here because he's been building other stuff. He's getting consumed. He's making 9 more Zerglings at a time. And he's moving. This is a we're moving move from him. So pulling back Sky, positioning himself exceptionally well against the oncoming onslaught of so much Zerg, you won't believe it. The Lurkers, ooh, they get the High Templar. This northern base is in trouble. It is in so much trouble right now. But again, going up ramps. Terrifying. Storm drop! Pretty good. Jaedong down to 47 to workers. Took some hits there. Couldn't quite tell how many kills that was, but I want to say 7 or so. 7 seems accurate. Remember what I said about keeping observers alive? Yes. Keep observers alive. Look at this observer. Run. Run away. Everybody run away. There is Ling Hydra here. No, nobody's happy about that. If you don't have any High Templar, nobody's happy about that. So it looks like Jaedong has taken map control. Just instantly. Just be able to make a ton of Ling Hydra with some Lurker support and just take the map. Right now, Sky does not feel comfortable moving out whatsoever. He's really turtled up on his bases, depending on exactly where he thinks the Zerg player can strike, which is the smart thing to do. But yeah, he's got Reavers defending, High Templar defending here. I see you picking up those DTs and those High Templar. Let's keep an eye on that shuttle, perhaps. Perhaps we should. But yeah, tech switching into Mass Zealot with +3 attack with speed is actually really, really good against Ling Hydra. Even if the Lings have adrenal glands, they'll get chopped up pretty good by +3 Zealots, man. And this southern base is in trouble. What a beautiful move from Sky. Is he going to get it, is my question. This shuttle flew right past those Zerglings, and I worry for its safety. The attack up north going pretty well. Got a bunch of Dark Swarm up there. So much Dark Swarm up there, though. Meanwhile, this drop is happening. And where do we... Oh, no, the stack. There's going to be a... Is he waiting for... He's waiting for the stack, but Jaedong is too smart for it. He's too smart to give him the stack. So all you're going to get here are some regular old DT attacks. That's all that's in here, he says. I swear it. Just some Dark Templar. Southern Hatchery finally going down, but the 12 o'clock for Sky looks like it's going to die. Is what it looks like is going to happen here. Cannon trying to come up and save the day, but again, Dark Swarm pretty incredible. Oh, it's not powered. Cool. All right, so 12 o'clock done. High Templar. Might as well get us Storm off and kill some drones, he says. How about you? You have the energy to storm something, but there's no drones down here. He's hiding. He's hiding up there. Oh, no. Oh, no. Sneak attack, High Templar. Don't put your drones back on the natural. It's not safe. It's not safe in there. It's also not safe at your 12 o'clock or your 12 o'clock base if you're Sky, but that's fine, I think. I mean, it hurts, but he was able to take out this base, and he was able to hang on to the rest of his bases. So I think he's okay. It is 179 to 129 supply. I would definitely say it's okay. This drone saturation of the natural is not going very well for Jaedong, which is probably good for him, because the less saturated it is, the least likely it is to get stormed. Don't ya know? can't believe I thought this was the anytime game. Here's the thing. I was super set on casting an anytime game. Nice Plague, by the way. Plague! Ooh! Ooh, the Filer gets out of there. They don't usually get out of engagements like that. And then, I don't know, I decided to look for another one instead because I was like, yeah, anytime's fine, but I want a Protoss who can actually challenge Jaedong, and the answer was Sky, and then I went with it. I didn't think about it too much, and then for some reason I thought I was doing something else. Anyway, oh, this dude, though. I think that dude killed some stuff. I'm going to assume he got a storm off at least. Yeah, this is not going super well. Taking this southern base, though, is Sky. These two players play the most fun games, I swear. Oh, free High Templar, though. Gets one storm off and does end up dead, but that's about it. So, could be worse. Could be worse. Which one of you killed my High Templar, Bob? You did. Observer snipe there, too. So Jaedong is down at the 20-minute mark, which is not great for him. He's not able to take this southern base. The 12 o'clock is pretty well established, though. Again, map control. There's so much yellow on the map right now. It's not really something I don't think that Sky can hope to challenge at the moment. Although, I don't know. He's not maxed out, but you can't just let Jaedong hang out here without getting challenged. You know what I mean? Man, the splits are good. These Scourge are like, where's the Observer? And Sky says, I didn't bring one, sucker. Another lurker down. Another. I'm just storming where lurkers are. Is that okay with you? He asks. But this has just been so much macro out of Jaedong. Like, he's at 50 workers and 5 bases and totally like, I can do this. Let's roll with this. Let's just go a lot of lurker, Ling, Hydra. I don't care how much storm there is. We can win this game without anything else. We don't need ultras. We don't need any mutas flying around trying to snipe these High Templars. That'd be pretty good, though, I think. It's cool, though. I mean, we have seen that from time to time, like late in the game, middle of the game, a bunch of Mutalisks pop because there aren't any Corsairs, right? Not a bad place to be. Sneak attack up north does get largely plagued. The Defiler, oh, he escapes. You can't let Defilers escape. No, 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 juke. Juke, unload. Oh, no, the Reavers. There were 2 Reavers in there. Oh, that's brutal. All right, well, this is happening. Dark Swarm up. Storm doesn't care. Archons don't really care either. Zealots definitely don't care. And wow, bit of a misjudge there from Jaedong, I gotta say. He just lost a lot of units. Look at him being protected by the Dark Swarm in here. Not against the Lings, though. And the reinforcements from Jaedong do manage to clean that sucker up. So it's 141 and 132 supply. Jaedong is coming back. He is coming back with a vengeance right now. That shuttle with 2 Reavers in it, though, rest in peace. Resquiem in pace, I believe is what the line is from Assassin's Creed back when it was about Italians. And they were speaking Italian. Yeah. That's a lot of lurkers coming up. And just... I mean, we're fighting here in the shade of these lurkers popping at some point, and there they are. And there's the burrow, and everybody runs because you do not engage with lurkers unless you absolutely have to. I don't know. Was Sky just demoralized by losing that shuttle that had the 2 Reavers in it? I think maybe he was. Look at him taking the 12 o'clock. He's like, hey, this is mine now. I took it from Protoss. I have it. I'm not going to bother to re-expanding down this way. Let's just go ahead and take the 12 o'clock. See how that works out for us. Kind of like it. But yeah, this is the most map control I've seen from a Zerg player in some time against a Protoss. Like, just... the yellow is everywhere. The Overlords have ridiculous vision. They can see exactly what's coming out at all times. And maybe that one can't because it's dead now. But I did give an initial report, at least, of what was going on. And Jaedong's actually supply blocked. After losing that Overlord, he is getting a Greater Spire. What always happens with Greater Spires on the channel, you guys? Greater Spires make Guardians. The Guardians appear. They survive for 7.8 seconds, and then they all die. It's just so much of an investment. It is so much of an investment for Guardians, and they always die. It's not like Jaedong has a massive bank either. Ooh, that High Templar was like, there's observers here, though. DT's trying to snipe down. Ooh, the spawning pool. Not a bad target. They're going to get it, though, because they're +3 DTs, and one Hydra's not going to stop that from happening. Neither are, like, individual. There you go. More units required to deal with DTs than 3 Zerglings and a Hydra. Surprise. And can't really run either because, well, the Overlords have speed, and that's a corner, and the edge of the map exists, and replanting the spawning pool. So the question... Oh, there we go. So the mutas are coming in. This is nuts. Have we ever seen it? Have we ever seen a Zerg player win on the back of Guardians? You know, surprisingly, these Defilers get out too. You have to punish the Defilers. Surprisingly, the probably best use of Guardians I've seen on the channel is a Protoss player who mind-controlled a drone, made his own Zerg army, including Guardians, and did really well with them against the enemy Zerg. So, that says something, I think. Oh, what game was that? I believe I titled that match, This Game, Though. Something like, But This Game, Though. Look at that Reaver. He's like, no, 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 no. Good hits, Reavers. I don't even remember who the players were. It wasn't a professional game, because if you can point me to a professional game where somebody stole the drone and made their own Zerg army, I'll pay you like 20 bucks for it. Assuming it still works and loads in the current client, but that would be incredible. Northern Basin Trouble Zealots on a mission. 323 upgrades is kind of sick, actually. He's just going to go for the hatch. He's going to go for the big score. Storming inside the Dark Swarm, which is the move. High Templar sniped by the Zergling Zealots. Get the hatch. And then immediately fall to the, well, the Hydras and the drones for the most part. Storm drop up north, getting some stuff done. 44 drones here for Jaedong. All right, all right. Sky fighting hard. That shuttle's like, hey, what's up? Oh, right. I am not faster than Scourge, not even with my speed upgrade. Scouted the Guardians, though. The Guardians are like, hey, how's it going? Is there only one here? Were there more? Are they dead now? Oh, they're over here. They're like spread out to create this Maginot line, it feels like. Southern base has already been taken by Jaedong, though. Yeah, this feels like a game that Jaedong wins. Why are these? Where are you? What? What is happening? Guy, why are... You're not supply blocked. I don't understand. I mean, for scouting purposes, perhaps. That's a lot of probes you just donated. I think he knows he's done. He's just like, what happens if a lot of probes go up there? That plague, I think, caught a single cannon, which honestly kind of sucks. The Reavers and the Zealots unload. Oh, that's your good game. No, but... Oh, we don't get to see the final results of the drop. We are not allowed to see... Darn it. So close. So close to being able to see what that was. I mean, it was... What was it? 3 Reavers, one of them extremely injured because it got plagued previously. 2 Zealots on top of 3 Hydras, of which there are 3 of them. You know what? I think this base dies. I'm pretty sure this base dies based on this drop here. There's not a lot. Well, there's some resources available to help deal with that. But at the end of the day, I mean, he just... Look at this. This line, like having to cross this line... totally sucks. And this is why you have a Corsair group. Like, this is why you really can't skip Corsairs in ZVP. This is why Bisu's strategy revolutionized the matchup and why everybody mimics it. Because you just cruise through here with a million Corsairs. Okay, like 5 Corsairs. You kill this Overlord, the Guardians all die, this Overlord. And then suddenly the vision is so much worse. And you can get DTs up here to kill this stuff. I mean, it's just... The fact that air superiority was held by Jaedong in this game at the 27-minute mark of the match makes no sense. And it's because there were no Corsairs. There wasn't a Corsair group for Jaedong to worry about, and that helped immensely. So nice job by Sky. Caught some good drops off, sniped down some hatches, which was really nice. But at the end of the day, just direct engagements were really hard for him. Never quite had the right composition to deal with what Jaedong was rolling with the exception of one up here towards the late game that went pretty well for him. And then immediately, everything went bad because of reinforcements. This is just macro. It's just Jaedong and macro style. Just kicking butt and taking names, getting up to 4 bases real fast, getting a 5th base up real fast, and just enjoying it. Never lost a hatchery in this game. Oh, just kidding. This one didn't die. Twice. Otherwise, none of the main 5 hatcheries died anyway. Some drones went down, but he was able to replace those pretty easily. Some tech got sniped, but he replaced those pretty fast too. And this is one of those games that just makes Zerg look overpowered. But in the hands, you know, sometimes in the hands of a Protoss player that's having a better day than Sky was here, it looks a lot worse. Against the Zerg player. Looks almost imbalanced. So Jaedong getting a win here for the Zerg friends on the channel. And let's go ahead and check out that final score. Hit that like button if you enjoyed that. It was a pretty good Jaedong game, I would say. End of the day, 27 minutes elapsed, 202,000 points for Sky, 222,000 points for Jaedong. He produced 727 units, which is a lot. Lost 500, but when you make 700, losing 500 is not a big deal. Buildings destroyed. 7 to 15, which, ZVP, whatever. And then resources here. You know, pretty even. Jaedong did a good job trading in this game. Because this is not a 27-minute match where he just outmined and outspent the Protoss. He did not outspend the Protoss, actually. He just had better compositions. He got that Plague up. He got the Dark Swarm up in right positions. He was able, again, didn't have to worry about Corsairs, was not replacing Overlords constantly, which is kind of nice. And maybe that snowballed into what it is today, or what the result was here today. I guess we'll never know. All right. Well, that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.